We are going to do capital asset pricing model. Okay, this is one of the well-known investment model. When we talk of capital asset pricing model, which I'm going to be mentioning CAPM throughout, or mostly I'm going to be using CAPM. It is a theory that shows a relationship between expected return and risk. Expected return and risk. Expected return and risk. Okay. All right. Expected return and risk. Now, this is the formula. This formula. And in this formula, this is the expected return you will be calculating. And it's being affected by risk-free beta. Beta, which indicates the how the risk of the return of an investment, the risks affecting the return of an investment relates to the risk of the market. The whole of this in the bracket is called risk premium. That's, you want to know how better off you are investing in the market than government bond. So you subtract the risk-free from the market return, then you see the benefits. You call it risk premium. Okay. Now, I told you that in finance, we assume. If we don't assume, we cannot come up with a formula. Now, CAPM have certain assumptions. And one of the assumptions is competitive and efficient market. When we talk of efficient market, we are talking of a market where security reflects all the necessary information. Where security reflects all information, making it difficult for a person to beat the market or to identify mispricing in the market. Okay. Now, when we talk of efficient market, we are talking of a market without tax, a market without information asymmetry. We are assuming that there is no agency cost, which we know in the realm world is not so. The next assumption is rational investors in the market, meaning that investors maximize their what? Satisfaction. They maximize their satisfaction. Now, rationally, we believe that investors are also what? Risk averse. They are risk averse. They prefer lesser risk to higher risk. Okay. Another one is the only prevailing risk is systematic risk, which is measured by beta. The only prevailing, so they are talking that the risk that is not normally affect investment is market risk. Market risk. We have all security in the market is liquid and divisible. Wait, they are trying to say that you can easily sell your security without losing value. You can easily sell your security without losing value, which is not always so. The next assumption is all investors in market can borrow and lend at risk-free rate amounts. All investors in market can borrow and lend at risk-free rate amounts. Okay. All right. Now we have types of investment. Types of investment. And we have systematic.
Types of risk, madam.
Is someone talking to me? So if you come, just mute yourself. That one too. Oh. We have types of risk. Types of risk. Types of risk. We have systematic risk, unsystematic risk, and total risk. Now, the main classification is systematic and unsystematic. And by systematic, we are talking of market risk. Risk that cannot be controlled. Risk that no matter what you do, it will affect your investment, inflation, interest rate, fluctuation. Those things will affect your investment no matter what. We have unsystematic risk, is also known as diversifiable risk. This risk can be diversified or can be controlled. It's normally firm specific. It either affects a specific firm, a specific security, a specific industry. It doesn't affect the whole market, and it can be controlled. Okay. Now I'm adding total risk. When you talk of total risk, as the name implies, this risk comprises of systematic and unsystematic risk. So total risk is every form of risk that can affect investment. Okay, whether it's firm specific or it's market related, the whole market related. That's the two of them coming together is called total risk. Are we okay? All right, so let's move. Now, under CAPM, we have two sets of lines, and they are capital market line and security market line. Capital market line and security market line. The capital market line is a line, this capital market is a line that shows relationship between expected return and total risk. It's a line that shows relationship between expected return and total risk. The line moves from risk-free and it is a tangent to the efficient frontier curve. That is the capital market line. Okay. All right. Now, since the relationship is between expected return and total risk, this means that it takes all the risks, both market, firm specific or industrial specific, into consideration. That one, with that one, the risk is measured by standard deviation. So this is standard deviation sign or a symbol. Okay. The risk is total risk is measured by what? Standard deviation. Let me write SD. It's measured by what? Standard deviation. Okay. So that is it. And this is the formula. This is the formula. To see the formula, I think, let me. This is the formula. This is the formula. Okay. In the formula, you can see risk-free rate. You can see standard deviation of the investment or the portfolio that you've made. Then we have the risk premium, which is market return minus risk-free returns. Then it's divided by the what? Standard deviation of the market or risk of the market. Okay, risk of the market. The M mean market, P mean portfolio. So if you did a portfolio or if you did a single investment, then that is it. Okay. Now let's go to security market line. Security market line was developed from capital market line. Okay. And security market line shows a relationship between expected return and systematic risk. Expected return and systematic risk. So you can see the expected return and systematic risk. Okay. That one shows relationship between expected return and market risk. Risk that cannot be controlled. And that systematic risk is measured by beta. It's measured by what? Beta. It's measured by beta. Okay. That is why we have this here. This is the symbol for beta. And this is the formula. Expected return is, we get it from risk-free plus beta of the asset that you invested in. Then we have risk premium, that is market return minus what? Risk-free return. So that is the difference between market return and risk-free return. Okay. Please, are we okay? We are moving forward. Now I want to understand the difference between beta and standard deviation. Beta and standard deviation. From the explanation, I said capital market line is a relationship between expected return and total risk, which is being measured by standard deviation. When we talk of standard deviation, we are talking of you being able to identify how returns are dispersed over the mean. Returns are dispersed over the average. If standard deviation is high, then it's very difficult for you to predict the return you are going to make on your investment. Hence, you are likely to there's a risk, a very high risk that you won't get what you expected, what you are expecting. Okay, so that is standard deviation. Okay, that is used to measure risk and the capital market line. Okay, now let's go to beta. Beta shows the relationship between risk of an investment or a portfolio in the risk of a portfolio or an investment to market risk, okay? Now, when we come to beta, if it happens that beta is 1, then we are saying that that particular investment is as risky as the market. It's as risky as what? The market risk. So the risk of, it means that the risk of the investment, of that investment, risk of that investment, beta of that particular investment, if it's asset A that I invested in, of asset A, is the same as risk of what? The market. Okay. So that is it. Now, if beta is greater than 1, if beta is greater than 1, then we term it as what? That investment or portfolio is aggressive. As in, the risk is what? The risk of that particular investment is higher than what? The risk of the market, or is greater than the risk of the market. Is greater than the risk of the market. Okay, it's greater than the risk of the market. But if it's less than, hey, this is it less or greater? This is less,
Greater.
It's greater
than.
Okay, so if the risk is less than, okay, it's less than 1, then it implies that your investment is risk defensive. It's risk defensive. It means risk here is, risk of your investment is what? Is lesser than the risk of the market. Okay, risk of your investment is lesser than risk of the market. Okay, so that is it. Now, we know capital market line, how to solve it. We know how to solve security market line because we have been given the formula. We have seen the difference. We are starting with solving questions. Okay, so let's read this question. If risk-free rate is 3%, the beta for Facebook is 1.2. Now, as we've seen beta, it means what market line are we solving? I'm asking questions. We should be fast. I told you the thing is now a 40 minutes.
Yeah, solving SML.
Pardon?
The security market.
We are solving security market line. And the return on the market is 9%. Calculate the return for Facebook. Calculate the present value of Facebook if it expects a cash flow of 1,000 in 2 years. So first of all, we have to get the rate of return or the return before we can calculate the present value, because we have the value, but we don't have the rates. However, we have information to get the rate. So in using security market line, the formula is given by what? Expected return is equals to risk-free plus beta of the investment. So beta for Facebook. Hey. Beta for Facebook. Investment, we are naming the investment F. Facebook. It's not easy. Facebook into brackets. We have return, market return. Minus risk-free. Okay, so let's input the necessary information. Risk-free is what?
%3.
Okay, 3%. Please take your calculator. So that's my percent there. Only God will help me. 3%. Okay, plus beta of Facebook is what?
1.2.
1.2.
1.2. Market return is what?
9%.
9%.
So 9%. Minus risk-free of what? 3%. From here, but you can continue. We don't have enough space. Okay. 3% plus 1.26. Okay, so please, that's what are we getting? I want the total answer. 1.2 times 6% plus 3%. What are we getting?
10.2%.
10.2%.
0.2%.
2%.
Okay, so that's our rate of return. Now they said calculate the present value of Facebook if it expected cash for 1,000 in 2 years. They gave us 1,000. Maybe my own, I can give series of cash flow if I'm giving question. Maybe I can give series of cash flow. This one is one. I say I'm teaching you if I understand it. Okay. They can also bring you dividends. You have rate of return. You should be able to discount anything. Okay. So let's see. Present value of Facebook. Present value of Facebook will be equals to the cash flow over the discounting factor 1 plus the expected return raise the power 2. They said 2 years, so raise the power 2, which will be equals to 1,000 over 1 plus 0. This is the rate of return. 0.102. Bracket close. Raise the power 2. Okay. So what are we getting? Please, when you do what are we getting? I want us to be able to achieve our purpose today. So
797.19.
please, when you are doing, don't end here and give me answer. You look text. So don't end here. Me, I'm in a hurry. As you do this, you have to now add this and read about to raise the power what you get before you divide. So please, what are you getting for all?
797.19.
797.19. So you see that you are applying. They say we have even 10 minutes left. Okay, so that's it. Is it Ghana CD? Facebook there can never be. Even I don't even know why I bought Ghana. Facebook Ghana CD pa. Please, it should be dollars. Facebook can never be Ghana City. Okay. All right, so let's go to our next question. Our next question, illustration 2, is saying that share, but before we come to illustration, let me solve this one before. Okay, let's solve this question. This one is saying, suppose the expected return of a market is 12%. The risk-free is 4%. Standard deviation for the market is 2%. Find the expected return for a portfolio that has a standard deviation of 1%. So what are we solving here? What are we solving? Please be fast. So what are we solving? Please, based on the question, what are we solving here? Wow.
Capital market line.
Okay. We are solving capital market line. And there's the formula for capital market line. Expected return is equals to risk-free that formula. I always make mistakes. So if I make mistake, then you tell me over standard deviation of the portfolio times risk premium return for market minus return for a risk-free return for risk-free all over standard deviation of the market. Okay, so let's insert the information. We have risk-free, and in the question, risk-free is what? 4% plus standard deviation of portfolio is what? 1%. We open our bracket. Return for them, expected return for the market is what? 12%. minus risk-free of what? 4%. Someone should hurry and do the whole calculation for me, please. And standard deviation of the market is 2%.
Suppose the expected return on the market is 12%.
So ideally, we should have subtracted this. This is 12, please. We should have subtracted this. Solve all the ones in the bracket before, but we are in a hurry. So please, what are we getting for all?
8%.
8%. You are sure?
Yes, Lord.
So that is the return. So let's say they tell you that, oh, the particular firm in charge is paying dividends of 50 cedis for the next year. Then the next 2 years, dividend of 45 cedis. Then you are asked to find the value of the shares. You just apply what we learned in share valuation. And I know everyone here have done some finance, business finance. You have done it. Corporate finance, business finance, you have done it. Financial management, you have done this. So that would be what? D 1 over 1 plus R raised to the power 1 plus D2 over 1 plus R raised to the power 2. We don't have space, so we are continuing here. So that would be what? 50 over 1 plus 0.08 raised to the power 1 plus 45 over 1 plus 0.08 raised to the power 2. Okay, so that is it. I want someone to calculate all and give me the answer. We don't have space. 1 plus 0.08 raised to the power 1. You put the answer down, 50 divided by 8, you will get. Then you add. You do this one to what you get, you add the 2. Then you give me the answer.
$84.88.
What? 84. You said what?
84.88.
84.88. It won't go there. So please, the answer is 84.88.
Yo, no.
It's what?
88.
86.
88.
88. 84.88.
So like this.
Yes.
So that is the answer. It wasn't going here. That's why I
So, madam, with this, can't we run it?
ran over. This is amount. Amount always have two decimal place. So your final answer, if it's amount, you have to define. They are talking of value
So
here.
it has been round already. It was 8765. So 88.
So for final answer, if it's an amount, we know amount have two decimal place at the end. So definitely you leave it in amount. Okay.
Okay.
Even if you write all, normally when you are solving question 4 decimal place, then when you get the final answer, you leave it in the amount form. Okay. So that is it for capital assets.
Madam,
Capital market
please,
line. Please
question,
ask your
please.
questions after. Okay, keep the question. Let's
Oh,
solve
madam,
this.
please.
No, I want
please.
to record everything, and we have a few minutes left. So
Sure.
1 minute, go. Okay, so this question is saying illustration 2. They've given us, so now we've solved security market line, we've solved capital market line. They've given us number of shares. They've given us market price per